Three grumpy gamers.
Are we away, are we?
Mm-hmm.
Intro, podcast, awesome.
Yeah.
Crack on.
Mouthful of trio.
Mm-hmm.
Gaming news, etc.
I mean,
Yeah. I'll fill the time in with some scintillating banter.
alright.
That was incredible.
Thanks. I thought you'd
I would
like
go
that.
so far as to say spellbinding.
Yeah. That's what I was going for.
Well, you nailed it. Bang on.
It's just having the charisma of an entertainer. That's all it is.
Maybe that's where we've been going wrong with this whole podcast thing. And for us to really take off, we just need to just do
Get rid
that.
of you too. You hold me back.
Alright.
It was like angels were whispering in my ear, Andy.
I don't know what I'm best at. I don't know if I'm best at providing excellent week-to-week gaming information or just having a scintillating, engaging, charismatic personality. It's hard to pick between the two. I can't pick. I couldn't pick.
I think it's probably none.
Could be that. It's not very likely. Statistically, it could be that.
I think if it came down to a coin flip, I could only hope that somehow the coin exploded and killed me in midair.
Good boy.
In the W. Hal, what's Dark Souls 3 like?
Oh, by the way,
It's mint.
I am allowed to have my dog sat next to me in the podcast now because I'm 40.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know. It's fucking solid. Let's just throw that out straight away, even by like.
Well,
by
I think
veteran
that's
standards.
just a fucking given, isn't it? That
Yeah.
any Dark Souls game is going to be hard.
But like, I'm really enjoying how varied like the bosses are. Like the second one was kind of just like shades of the first one in that regard, but the third
The second
one.
one wasn't made by the same people as the first, was it?
It was by the same company, but the lead guy wasn't like on board with it, and he has been for this one. But what's nice is they haven't just kind of like, even though two's like the black sheep of the family in terms of like all, like basic plot overview, like it's cyclical. So imagine like, do you know how at the end of Mass Effect 3 the crack with the Reapers, how it happens all the fucking time.
Yeah.
It's between Dark Souls games, it's the same kind of crack. They're all set like long after the one before it, but they still reference the other two, and it's nice that it still references the second one, even though it's kind of like the shit one that no one likes. So yeah, but I'm enjoying it. Like, it's challenging is the best way of putting it. Like, I'm struggling with it, but I'm making progress. And like, there's been times where Amy's just like, "It's all right, you can do it," and I'm like, "Shut the fuck up and let's play, right?" I need my concentration. I don't need fucking
Pity.
yeah. But yeah, it's pretty good.
I've seen you game. You need pity.
Yeah.
I thought about picking it up, but I know for a fact if I got it, I'd snap the disc.
Yeah.
Remember when me and you bought
Yes.
Dark Souls the week it came out?
Fucking ridiculous game.
Me and him found it for 10 quid the week it came out.
Oh, the only plus was we bought it for a tenner and we sold it for 30 quid.
35 quid, and CX.
That was a win. I hope that fart picked up on the mic.
You see that every week.
I know I fart a lot.
So besides that, anybody been playing anything else? You've been playing The Division?
Not a lot.
Since the patch has landed, my interest's dropped right off for it. Like,
It's not so much that. I think it's I kind of run the risk of burning out on the game.
yeah,
So I've stepped away from gaming and I've just been playing the guitar all week.
fair enough.
With that said though, I have got a minor part of disappointing gaming news involving me personally, nothing to do with the greater world of gaming, but I thought I'd have a nip down to CEX today to pick up a copy of Crimes and Punishments and they didn't have it in.
No, that is a shame.
That's terrible.
So yeah, I was a little bit disappointed with that. I might go and check Asda after we've done this, see if they've got it floating about.
Have a look on Amazon.
Yeah.
I'm going to play it today.
Well, you'll just have to wait.
You've got Amazon Prime. If you've got Amazon TV, that means you've got Amazon Prime.
Yeah,
that means
next
you get next
day
day
delivery.
Well, I know that,
Do you?
but yes, of course I know that. But I wanted to play it today.
Well, I want Never Gets Andrew, even if you're 40.
Yeah.
They do get, because if I go to Asda and it's there, I can purchase it and play it today. Once I've exhausted those options of playing it immediately, then I can turn to the internet, get off Amazon Prime and go, oh well, couldn't get it today, have to play tomorrow. I know there's one other outlet in our town centre that may have it, but I frankly refuse.
I'm surprised you still refuse to shop there.
Are you?
Hmm.
Because I'm not known for me stubbornness, my obtuse character.
I decided you were quite contrary,
Yeah.
capricious
Because
even.
at some point you would have just gone, you know what, fuck it, I need to get something and they've got it, I'm going to go and get it.
No.
What if everybody who worked there left and was replaced by new staff? Would you still bear the grudge then?
The only time I would let my grudge go is if Andy died.
Right.
Horribly and painfully and
If
slowly.
Andy died,
Not this Andy.
Not this Andy.
No.
Andy the
I
manager.
know.
He's left
big
now, he's
Andy,
not
we'll
there.
call him.
Alright, big fat Andy.
He's
If
not
he
there
died
now.
of a big fat disease, painfully and slowly, then maybe I would
He's
go in.
not there now. He's been moved to a different department.
dead?
He's been moved to a different
He's
department.
been desked.
He's been moved to a different department called McDonald's. No, he's in a different department. But
Gonna need your
but-
badge,
but,
And you're good.
no. Nah, I don't think I would. I'd shop there. I think excuse me. There's I'll shop in that actual building, and if the next company that own it's a game shop, I will. But I think Granger Games, I think the days are fucking numbered anyway. I think they're garbage.
It's Trade Nation they're called now.
Yeah.
Well, that was a thing. Try and compete with CEX,
Yeah.
because they know CEX could quite easily stamp them out of business. But no, I don't really think I'll shop there. I'm surprised
Fair
you've stuck to your guns. In fact, I thought you'd have caved. Anyway.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Well, I'm the one who they fucked over with the PS4.
Yeah, I know
I'm
that.
not going to care.
But you're normally like, oh well, no, I know, but I want this. They've got this exclusive skin on this game that I want.
No, I don't like them. Like I said, I'll only go back if Andy dies. Slowly, painfully, and in front of us. That'd be pretty sweet, actually. Anyway, actually, gaming news, anybody? Played the Doom?
I haven't. I noticed the open beta started yesterday though, so I'm probably going
It's
to
only
have
for
a look
this
at
weekend.
it. I'm going to have a. I'll pick it up because I know like this is the thing. The trailer looked like fucking garbage, and I just thought. But then, like, I figure the multiplayer is going to be the selling point of it, and I figure if it's like what Doom was like, then that's good. Do you know what I mean? So I'm going to give it a shot. I'll see what it's like.
I've played it. It felt a lot like not Doom. What was the fuck was that game in the 90s?
Unreal Tournament.
Unreal Tournament. Felt
See,
a lot
that's
like
not a
that.
bad
That's
thing
a
either.
selling point for
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
I was raised on Unreal
You
Tournament.
see, I was ready to hate Doom because Bethesda,
Yeah.
and I hate them. And yeah, I played it and it was kind of fun. And there's this whole thing where you can kind of turn into a demon and just whoop people. Yeah, it's alright. I think I need to play it a bit more. I've only had 2 matches on the fucking thing though. Matchmaking is the same as what Sunset Overdrive was.
Yeah.
She set the fucking washing machine away, hasn't she?
Can you not pause it?
Pause that.
You can probably. Yeah, we're back.
Me with fucking dirty clothes for the rest of the week because you cunts.
It's alright. Wait, well, how would that be any different from usual?
You
My
know.
clothes are always clean and I smell fragrantly beautiful. Just
Apart from when they're covered in mud and dog hair.
Just-
Yeah, they're
just-
covered in dog hair and you stink a wet dog.
No, but that's because I've been with the dog.
They're clean,
You're
they're
being
they're
with
just
the
covered
dog.
in dirty dog. What were we talking about?
Doom.
How tedious you are. Well, no, I was thinking about that, but we were talking about something else.
There's not much to talk about really, is there?
No.
In that regard.
Well, your tedium.
Yeah.
No.
See, there you go. Moving on. Doom.
Yeah, it was alright.
Yeah,
Next.
I think, because, like, this is what I've always said to you about, like, Battlefield and stuff, and, like, even partly kind of the Division, my thing's just fucking run and gun, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, like, that's Unreal Tournament down to a T, like, that's where I got that from. So, if it plays like that, that'll be good.
I nearly bought Battlefront today because it was there for 20 quid.
The Star Wars one.
Yeah.
It's
I've
reasonable.
got it. He's got it.
Yeah, it's
So I
pretty
nearly,
good.
I nearly picked it up, but there's something about it that just makes me go,
Well, there's a lot of free stuff coming soon for more DLC.
I might get it.
More
The
heroes,
only
more
thing,
maps.
The only thing that I disagree with, right, is the season pass costing 35
Well,
quid.
let's
Yeah.
put it this way though, right?
But it's the same as premium.
You know what else? I
So-
see. I know a lot of you have got it, but I see he's online or not, and I never see he's fucking playing it.
Basically, for me, it's like a fucking... It's like a daft hour here
It's
and
a
there.
time filler.
Yeah, I can't-
for me,
and-
same here.
If I don't have time to like put a few hours into something I really want to, like you know, The Witcher, Dark Souls, The Division, then it's like I've got I've got to go out in an hour and get some fucking milk, right? Shop Battlefront on.
If
Do you know what?
If you still had it, I would spend a couple of hours playing online with you guys.
If I had mates on it as well, then I would do it as well. Callum's got it. Callum plays it quite regular.
Do you know what else? Do you know what's really putting me off the Division? And it's I'm guilty of this, so I'm not saying no. The people do this and I don't. But every single thing that's come out for it, someone's found a way to fucking cheese it.
Yeah,
And I'm like, oh, you know what? I just want to fucking play the game, but
yeah.
I get drawn into it because I think, well, if I don't cheese this while everyone else is, I'm going to
Maybe
get
way
bummed in the
behind,
dark
aye.
zone. So, like, the game's just turned into a cheese fest, which I don't mind in the regard because I do cheese. But,
By cheese, you mean cheat.
do you know, not necessarily. I like to think of it as exploiting the game mechanic.
Yeah, clever
cheese.
use of game mechanics.
Yeah. You know, it's but it's just it's like for fuck's sake. And when you switch it on, I ask people who wants to do the dailies, and it's like, oh, I'm choosing this boss. All right. What about you, daily? No, I'm choosing
What's the new cheese like?
the fucking the incursion.
Oh, you can cheese it, can you?
Yeah,
That's good.
there you go. That's the thing that's spoiling it for me a bit.
Yeah,
But did you ever think it was going to be this game that was fixed all the time?
No,
No,
of
Remember,
course
it's,
not.
it's
No,
Ubisoft.
right? No, but like I didn't expect it to be like.
What it is I like cheesing if it's a means to an end. It's a means for me to acquire gear where I can then do the end game stuff. But the incursions currently, that is the end game stuff. So if people's cheating at that, once you've got your fucking gear sets and shit of it, what's the point? What's left to do?
Except
At
for
that
the
point-
Dark Souls.
Like I'd rather cheese so I've got enough gear to do the incursions. Like I mean I've already got enough gear to do the incursions. Do you know what I mean? Although saying that the new one's out in like I don't know, it's like a couple of weeks.
I'm not
time,
saying
right?
I'm done with the game. I'll still play it. I'll still enjoy it.
You're just going to give it some time so it
Yeah.
gets
Yeah.
fixed.
Yeah.
Agreed. I think I'm probably gonna be fairly thin on the ground with it until the first expansion drops. Then I'll be like back with a vengeance.
Oh, I've got that to look forward to, have I?
What?
The return of you.
Yeah, I've
Yeah, so I'm kind of cool with it, but I'm at the same time like, for fuck's sake.
So have any of you two seen the map for Red Dead Redemption 2?
no, but I remember seeing a thing about it this morning I didn't look at. Which is
Have I got a release date? Like,
No.
don't give a fuck about the map. I want a release date.
But apparently it is going to be announced at E3.
Yeah, I think I was going to say I've heard that it's coming at E3. I fucking can't wait, mate.
But see, this is the map, right? And see that tiny bit in the bottom left corner?
Mm.
That was the map for the Red Dead Redemption.
Oh, look at that.
So that's the map. Oh, that's so weird.
which bit's the bit in it?
That bottom left.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
And it's going to be a prequel, so it's going to be set before Red Dead Redemption.
But it's called Red Dead Redemption 2. Or is that just a working
That's
title?
a working title.
Right. Because I was going to say that you can see where the confusion.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, apparently, I think it's just because they like John Marston. So
They should have gone with the sequel, and you should have played his son. Like, do you know?
not
what I
even
mean?
his son, somebody else.
Nah, his son. He should have gone with his son. His son should have had his own game. After that ending on Red Dead Redemption, his son should have had his own game. Do you know what I mean? That's what I honestly think. But saying that though, so fucking what? It'll still be awesome.
Yeah.
Get to hog tie people and tie them to a train track. What's
Nice.
more fun than that?
Nice.
You know?
Get in.
Yeah, going back to Dark Souls 3, actually, in 4 days it sold 520,000 copies on Steam alone.
Yeah.
So it must be doing well, like.
Yeah.
I might have to pick it up at some point. I just want to try it, I think.
It's kind of like more Bloodborne-y. Like, they've kind of, you can see, like, the direction they went with Bloodborne, they've kind of transferred some of that back over. So it's a lot more, like, fast-paced and fluid, than, which might be where I'm going wrong, actually, because traditionally, Dark Souls is like, when you stop just running in and mashing is when you start getting good at the game, because it's more about, like, learning enemy attack patterns, when you can go in, when you can't, managing your stamina, shit like that. But it's a lot more, like, kind of fluid now, rather than, like, ploddy's the wrong word, but, like, I don't know, reserved, like, conservative. But now it's kind of like just, and it all fucking comes at you.
Just, like that.
You don't get a minute to breathe sometimes.
You do, man. Just your shit.
So Blood and Wine, the DLC for Witcher 3's been revealed.
Yeah, tentative release date, June 6th, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Get in.
I still haven't played.
I haven't
Hearts of
played the other
Stone.
one.
Yeah.
No.
I think I'm going to be back on The Witcher with a vengeance like over the next few days. I'm right near the end of the main game, so I'm going to get back on that, finish that, play the other DLC.
Yeah. You reckon that Blood and Wine is twice the size of Hearts of Stone? And Hearts of Stone was about 12
10 hours.
12 hours, so...
So yeah, that's fantastic, that.
But yeah, it is. I mean, like, consider,
Good DLC.
like...
The Order.
No, just like, look at when Destiny dropped its fucking first 2 expansions.
I know, they were a joke.
And it was 2 missions and a fucking new map on the thing, and it's like, you'd experience it in half an hour.
paid for it.
Yeah, but like, that's exactly what DLC should be. It should be 10 hours of gameplay, it should be new shit, it should be more story. Do you know what I mean?
Speaking of DLC, the Dragon Age DLC is all on sale at the minute. On
I'm going to pick it up, nice, thank you, I'll definitely get that, because what's been boiling me piss is I own the base game, and the base game and the Game of the Year edition is always on sale on the PSN store, and it's like, fucking hell, for like, if I bought the DLC, like all of it would cost me more than buying the Game of the Year edition when it's on discount.
Yeah.
But I refuse to do that because I already have a physical copy of the game, so I'm like, oh, but if it's all on sale, then yeah, I'll pick it up. I'll go back to that.
I'll grab that and all. Yeah, I'm going to get back to The Witcher, mate. That's why I went to look for Crimes and Punishments today, because I thought, I'll go and play that again, something meaty on my own way.
Yeah.
I'm not on the fucking headset and I can just really immerse. I'm missing immersion.
Yeah.
That's what I'm like missing with too much Division. I'm missing out on immersion.
Yeah. Because that's the thing, like, we're the same in the regard that, like, certain games, like, you've got to play it on comms and it, like, the experience is enriched because of it, but also sometimes you just don't want to fucking talk to anyone. You just want to put a game in and just zone every fucker else out.
I don't know
and
how
just-
you dare say that I'm like you, because I'm never like that.
Not at all, no.
No.
You just want a game where you don't have to talk to people and you just get lost in it.
My favourite thing, I can't think of anything better in the world than engaging with other fellow human beings.
Is this now you're 40?
Now that I'm 40.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll try it now. Hello, Michael. How are you?
Sure.
That was a really enriching experience.
Hello, Michael. It's me again.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I'm going to pick that game up again.
You can probably get it for like fuck all now.
I'm going to get it. Just sort of make him another video.
Yeah.
Hello,
I
Michael.
might do it now.
It's me again. That's it.
Oh, that game. What's it
Trials
called?
Fusion.
Trials Fusion.
Yeah.
It's on the store. I think it's on sale.
They were.
And you can get it with a
Those
unicorn
videos.
now.
Those videos were awesome.
Don't know if you're aware, but in that one jump there, I got 46.785% of your total score for this run.
I actually sat and worked the percentage out. That was fucking brilliant.
So if you recall, I don't know if it was last week or the week before, I was saying the Ark developers were getting sued by Trendy Entertainment, and how basically they were full of shit and that was going to come of it. Well, there's actually been a settlement awarded to them of 40 million.
What did they sue them over?
Basically, the guy who worked for Trendy then like left them,
Went to
breached his contract somehow, and went and worked on Ark, and basically they're saying that stuff that he took from them is then put into Ark, and there's plagiarism and all sorts of work.
Well, if they've been awarded a settlement like that, there must have been evidence.
But
The games are nothing alike.
yeah, they're nothing alike. But having said that, they originally shot for 600 million, and they got awarded 40 million.
So that's probably just for breach of contract then.
Probably, yeah. But it gets more interesting because what I didn't realise is because that guy, when he went to Ark, in lieu of all this, he had resigned. But the Ark developer's called Wildcard. The second in command there is his wife. So he's come from Trendy, and his wife's just went, "Hey, I have a job here."
Ooh.
So the plot thickens.
So his wife's just cost the company 40 million.
Pretty much.
So his wife and him won't be working there for very long.
Well, from what I understand, she still is, but he's resigned in lieu of all this. So not only has she cost the company 40 million, but she's put them out of pocket as well, because now he doesn't have a job at all.
Thing is, they weren't a really big company either, were they? So 40
No.
million might bankrupt them.
But apparently, having said that, the thing that I was reading about, they've basically said that Ark has took off in such a fucking massive way that, like, I'm not sure, is it free or something at the minute, or like there's microtransactions or something?
There was talk of making it free.
Right.
I don't know if it's free yet.
But basically, they went, because it's sold so well, they'll probably be alright.
No.
But yeah,
I
40
wouldn't
million.
mind picking it up.
Lots of suing going on in the gaming world. Apparently, the GTA producer is suing Rockstar for 150 million.
Really?
Yeah. And Rockstar's counter-suing them. Basically, it was a really fucking long-winded article, but in a nutshell, the GTA producer, after GTA 5 came out, they basically sent him on a sabbatical for X amount of time, and when he's come back, they've basically he come back into work, ready to get his shit together, and he got escorted off the premises. Apparently, this is the thing. There's no clear picture because the bits of the story. It's
They'll say one thing, they'll say another.
And basically the crack is he's making out that this sabbatical was intended purely to give them space from him so they could work on a way to push him out of the company. Right, and they're going, it's nothing of the sort. I can't remember what their crack was for him taking a sabbatical, but anyway, they're saying now that he's somehow in breach of his contract because obviously he had a massive kick off and they've parted ways since, but he's now suing them. Oh yeah, that was it. Because apparently in 2009 or something, they had this kind of royalties thing drawn up, so all the top execs would get royalties on
Sales and stuff.
And basically he's crying, saying that he's owed way more than what he was given, so that's why he's suing them for, obviously to the tune of 150 million, and they're counter suing him for breach of contract and something else, but I can't remember, but it's all fucking go.
Sounds fucking ridiculous.
They need
Yeah.
to sort the shit out so they can get on with making the next GTA.
Yeah, that's my thing too. It's fucking
Yeah, he finger pointed someone. He was this guy, the guy who was suing them. He was saying basically I don't like him type crack, because apparently this other guy, he's the one who's orchestrated the whole thing, and apparently it was built on a relationship of resentment from him because of constant praise addressed to the guy who's now suing them. So basically he's going, because I was so fucking shit hot and he didn't like it, he sorted all this out to try and jip us. That's what it boils down to.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. But
He said, she said bullshit.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, what the fuck? They're grown men, not fucking kids in a playground.
But this is the thing that's really disappointing in a way, because Rockstar's always been sort of that fucking beacon of
They've always had the
development
shit
house.
together.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? So I was whatever you can say what you like about other developers, but Rockstar have always been bob on. Do you know what I mean? And then there's this.
Well, that's not necessarily Rockstar's fault, though,
No,
is it?
it's not. It's not.
This is down to the behaviour of ridiculous individuals, and If someone's going to try and sue you for 150 million, if you can counter sue, then you would.
Yeah.
You're not going to just go, all right then, have 150 million.
Yeah. I mean, I took some screenshots of the actual article, but I ended up taking about 6 to get the whole thing. And I'm a fuck sitting there spending 10 minutes reading it all out because it'll just be wall of text and you'll be like, right, I got about fucking 5% of that.
Well, we were looking forward to hearing you read that out.
I was
Right.
just wondering if you could manage that.
That might be a bit beyond my level of. I'm not really good at public speaking.
We're
It'd
not,
be
we're not
like-
speaking publicly though.
No, it'd be,
I'm speaking to you.
it'd be like this.
You're members of the public.
Game developer, rock star,
Or would he turn into a Jordan?
Oh,
Is that what happens when he reads?
in I, in What's that word, Michael?
Yeah.
Ah,
Also, my
Oh.
face falls on one side.
Yeah.
he gets cerebral palsy.
Yeah. He has a stroke.
Yeah.
Tries to get cerebral palsy and a stroke and turns into a Geordie.
Yeah.
No, man.
So,
Just rendering him 23% more likeable than he is now. Can't argue with that, mate. It's just math.
Crunch the numbers.
Fact, yeah. I've done the work.
Remember the other week I was on about Evolution Studios, the guys who made Drive Club. Sony shut them
Oh,
down.
they're gone, aren't they?
But do you know what's happened? Codemasters have picked up all the people who worked there.
as if
Oh.
Codemasters is still a thing.
I
Get
know,
in.
that's what I thought.
Yeah.
I thought, shit, they went under years ago.
Get in. Happy days.
Codemasters have picked them up. I don't know why, because...
I don't know if that's a good thing. I don't know if Codemasters have spent the money wisely there. Like, don't get me wrong, Drive Club's good.
It looks beautiful.
It's fun to play.
For the first...
I guess there'll be no more.
Few levels?
I guess Drive Club now doesn't have tech support. Then,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? Though, and it's a good fun game, but
It's not a game you can sit and hammer.
and also
It's like Battlefront.
make no mistake, it was 2 years late and then broken.
Yeah.
Like, don't forget,
Yeah.
it didn't just come out broken. It came out 2 years late broken.
Not just broken, but very
Unplayable.
broken.
Yeah, so, like, they're not exactly a glowing beacon of development success, are they?
Not really, no.
But yeah, I think the whole thing about that article that impressed me was Codemasters are still around.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because I remember playing, I think it was Age of Conan, it was an MMO, and
Yeah.
it was Codemasters, and something happened, and they had to sell the game to some other developer, and they took over. And Lord of the Rings Online as well, that was Codemasters, and you had to change the account over because Codemasters went under. Shoot. No, sure they did anyway. Have you seen the Titanfall 2 trailer yet?
No. I've got very little interest in it, to be
looks like
honest.
the same old garbage as the first one.
Yeah.
But this time it's out on PS4 and PC.
Well, we knew they were going to do that.
They said that like a couple of months after Titanfall
Yeah.
dropped, didn't they? They were like,
Yeah.
oh, it's been...
They made a big thing about it where they were like, well, we're really excited about expanding in other platforms, aren't
Yeah.
we? And it was basically because like the sales of the Xbox had flopped,
Yeah.
and then within the confines of flopped Xbox sales, the sales of their game flopped, and there was like loads of people who had PS4s going, well, I'd have played that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Speaking of Microsoft, have you heard what they said? They said at the minute Minecraft is selling 10,000 copies a day, and the average player is between 28 and 29, and women make up nearly 40% of all players. How the fuck is that selling that many copies a day? I don't understand it.
I think
Like what's happened to Hal's eyes, I don't understand that either.
that's because I've been rubbing them.
It's like he's just snorted some heroin or something.
Yeah, you just look
Since
at
when
it
do you
smash
snort
that.
heroin? Like,
Of course you can
You
fucking snort.
snort heroin.
can you?
No, your drugs do.
Yeah,
Not
of
a
course
big,
you
not a
can
big
snort
drug
heroin.
taker.
Most drugs can be taken in powder form, smoked or injected.
I thought you injected heroin.
You can
Well, you
smoke
do
it,
you
you
do
can snort
full
it.
on, but you can smoke heroin. A lot of people start off just smoking heroin, mate. It's like
And then it's just not enough.
it's a long time before you end up hitting it in the veins. But you do that because I don't know if you're aware, but it's fairly Moorish.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. Hal's eyes, no. I don't know.
Would you smoke heroin once?
Yeah.
Just-
No, I wouldn't, because I know if I did, then I'd be living in a fucking gutter somewhere with a needle hanging out my arm within a week.
I don't think I would. Even if I just smoked it once, I think it would be like a fucking awesome drug experience.
Yeah.
And you'd want to go back to it.
No, I don't even think that's the case because there's loads of stuff that I've had that are awesome drug experiences and I don't really feel the need to go back to them. But I just don't think I would because
I think I have a
what-
problem with opiates, so that's my
I
thing.
think what would stop me enjoying it would be like the fact that I link it to fucking like Scottish fucking skinny tramps covered in piss.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like it's that kind of like it's like you could drink a kind of like special brew, couldn't you?
Kestrel soup.
Yeah, you might think, but like you couldn't sit and experience it without thinking, "Fuck me, I'm a
Yeah.
fucking tramp." Do you know what I mean? And I think I'd be the same with a fucking.
I think I'd try and be like a high functioning
Smack rat.
smackhead. You know, where I don't sell me stuff and I keep a job, but I don't think it would happen like that. If there's one thing I know for a fact I would be awesome at in life,
It's
it would be
smoking heroin.
I'd be a heroin addict.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't try.
Yeah, you'd be a decent heroin addict, like that's true. You do well.
Because I do love me opiates, so
I think you're missing your vocation.
I think I am
I
as
know.
well.
I know what I'm getting you for your birthday now.
Yes.
So that's the thing, though, right? Look at like.
Would you smoke heroin?
Probably not.
Oh God.
What happens if you found out you had like X amount of time left? Or
Oh, if I only had a certain amount of time, oh mate, I'd be
smart.
smoking heroin. I'd be robbing banks.
I'd be
I'd be
all
doing
over it then.
everything, anything I could possibly think of to fucking be an absolute like anarchistic cunt.
Yes.
I'd be on it like I'd be burning churches down. I'd be killing old people. Everything. I'd do it all.
Saying that the life of a smackhead isn't really that bad if you live in Seam, is it?
See him, to quote my
You'd have to
cousin.
enlighten us.
To quote my cousin Ben, is now a fucking smackhead's resort.
All right, okay.
No, he's right though. You go to see him,
But they've
right?
got a beach there, I suppose.
It's got the beach, right? You go to see him. They've got loads of shelters for you. So if you need a bed, you just knock on the door. You get in free of charge. It's a B&B. You get yourself in. You get your head down. You get fed the next day. They've got loads of needle exchanges. They've got loads of outlets for your prescriptions, that sort of thing. They've got a service where if you lose your clothes, you go in and they kit you out in new clothes.
Yeah,
brand new
lose
pair
your
of
clothes,
Nikes.
i.e. selling them for drugs.
Pair of Nikes,
Yeah.
new hoodie, get yourself in.
So you
There's
get
your kit.
kitted
Off
out
you
in
go.
new threads.
So you get like all your threads, all your food, everything. It's just fucking. You're just well looked after.
Get loads of Complan
In fact,
milkshakes.
we should be sponsored by seeing this show. If you want to life as a smack rat and you want to go where the smacking's good, get yourself
the same.
When the smacking's good.
yeah, Save Harbour. That's where it's at.
Where you going, son? Well, Ma, I'm going to the bright lights in the big city of Salem. I'm going to smack it up good.
Where the streets are gold and the heroin's even golder.
When the smack gets going, the smackheads go to Seam.
Jesus, yeah, it's a fucking hellhole.
Well, that I didn't know.
So yeah, get yourself on it.
Have you never noticed the disproportionate amounts of them walking around in Church Street compared to how we see them all over the northeast? But it's like a nuclear. What is a gathering of smackheads called? What would that be referred to? A school of smackheads? Can't be.
Oh, it's not school because they're not very educated.
A gaggle. A gaggle. I think a gaggle.
Well, if it's rats, isn't it? What do you call that thing where rats get... It's a rat king, isn't it? Where they get tangled up and shit. So a gathering...
I have no idea.
You know, a rat king where rats get tangled up and they just make this one big massive pile of rats. So fucking have
That's
to-
called a rat king.
Yeah,
is it?
yeah, yeah.
Alright.
So a gathering of smack rats should just be called a gathering of a rat king, I guess.
No, I don't like it because it's got king in it and they're not kings.
No.
I'm
Kings
s-
of smack.
I'm still.
Kings of smack.
I'm
There is none higher.
Yeah.
Wait, see him.
They are smack royalty, aren't they?
It's
We are the kings of smack.
it's in Seam, so we could keep it in Urbanic and refer to them as a shawl of smackheads.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's a shawl, it's a sail colony, isn't it? A colony of smackheads.
I don't know. I think we're looking a bit to it. Let's Google it. What do you call a group of smackheads?
Yeah.
What is the plural?
Urban
of smack-
Dictionary will have something,
Yeah,
definitely.
plural of smackheads, or like gathering of, yeah,
Plural
or
of
gathering.
smack heads.
My favourite bit about them is they've all got that plastic hard man strut, yet they weigh about 7 stone. That's my favourite part.
Yeah,
Because it's like, look how hard you're pretending to be when a stiff breeze would fucking knock you out.
Yeah. Smack heads. is the plural of smackhead.
Oh, we know that, but we,
No
we
shit.
don't want a plural. It's not a plural we need, it's the reference.
Yeah. We need the collective
The-
term.
Yeah, collective term. A pride.
Well, there's no pride. Seen how they dress. What was the collective noun for a group of smackheads? Like a cow. Answers, here we go. A domain of cocaine.
It's not really smack, but
Rocks
it's clever.
of ages. Talk morks. A stack of smacks. A buggy of druggies. A scope of dopes or a throng of bongs.
I like the...
Stack of smacks.
Oh,
Yeah, a
yeah.
stack of smacks is good.
Yeah.
A clusterfuck is another one. A gaggle of wasters. Yeah, it's a stack of smacks.
There we go.
Just see, we're not
Who
just...
said we're not educational?
We say we're not just about gaming news, are we? We just...
We've now alienated that section of our audience that likes smack, though.
Sorry, Dad.
You could say that because you're 40.
On the
Yeah.
plus side, though, Bill, get yourself to see him.
The new threads,
That's
isn't it?
where we're from. He's actually from...
Get yourself back to see him.
It's fucking horrible, isn't
So,
it?
do you know how you're 40?
I'm aware.
Do you know what else is 40?
What?
Atari's Breakout.
Oh, that's awesome.
As of like a couple of days ago, it turned 40.
That's class.
Which, fucking hell, I didn't think it was that old. I mean, I realised, you know, but I was like, 40? Jesus Christ, that's like a long time.
Yeah, well,
1976.
like
yeah.
we keep telling you, we grew up at the same time as consoles. Do you know
And
what I mean?
Commodores. And
Yeah.
computers.
They paralleled our life. You know what I mean? I love it when kids talk about like SNESs and N64s as retro,
Yeah.
which they are, but they were like really advanced by then.
And they
compared
seem
to
like
that.
just yesterday.
Yeah, they don't seem that long ago to us either. Because it's true, you know, the older you get, the faster time goes. Like, I've probably only got, in terms of emotionally, I've probably got about 3 or 4 weeks left before I die.
Yeah. About time you came to terms with it then.
Like, physically, it's going to be a lot of years, but
Yeah.
when, by the time I get round to dying, I'll be like, I was only fucking telling Helen Michael just the other day that I'm going to die soon.
So yeah, I've got a video for you to watch as well.
You riveting bastard. How then? Shorty.
Do we need to pause this? Or?
Yeah, probably. But yeah.
Yeah, that's
really
fantastic.
good.
Google it, YouTuber guys, No Man's Slough.
Yeah.
That is worth
Don't
a
look
watch.
back.
Yeah, it'll change your life. That's
Oh.
amazing.
I love how they took the cockpit of the spaceship.
Yeah. I just like where it was like 45% something, 10% little.
Yeah.
Oh,
Slick Road Parrot, man.
Yeah.
Good shit. Have you seen all the new stuff for No Man's Sky yet?
nah.
There was like, every time I go on IGN, there's like a fucking 20-minute gameplay thing, and I'm like,
Yeah, they're doing a whole thing this month for it.
but I'm like, do I want to watch that? I mean, I know it's not really spoiling it as such, given the sheer size of the game, but I'm like,
Of course it
I'd
spoils
still
it.
rather go in dark.
The 20-minute bit, I've watched it, and it was just him on the planet shooting shit and showing you're an NPC
Yeah.
you've not seen before, and it's pretty cool. And another one was crafting and how the crafting works,
Yeah.
which was kind of cool. But yeah, I just can't wait for it. I'm trying to stay away from everything else now because I just
Yeah.
want to.
I like how used to for the last few weeks has been like, I'm going dark on me, like.
I've never said that.
You did, you both said it a couple of weeks ago. And then I've said, like, well, I'm not. And yous have seen everything, and I've just done my usual.
I haven't seen
I've just
anything.
done my usual and gone, nah.
I haven't seen out for it. Like I say, that keeps popping up whenever I go on IGN, but I've never actually watched it.
You know you're going to watch it.
The release is only around the corner, really.
Yeah, Uncharted 4 next, and then No Man's Sky.
Like, I know for No Man's Sky, there's like something like 18 quintillion planets. And like, for perspective, if someone discovered a new one every second, right, the fucking sun would have burned out and engulfed the solar system before we'd found all of them.
Yeah.
So,
It's
like,
crazy,
that's
isn't it?
fucking ridiculous. And the guy, like, when it might have even been that Sean fella, he said that like he expects people to discover like 0.3 of the fucking available planets in the entire lifespan of the game, which is like fucking mental.
If you think about the technologies they've used and how like other games companies could implement it for other things.
Well, that's the thing.
Quite
Procedural generation's been around for a while, but it's only usually gets used in like indie games and stuff. But it's never really had anything on this scale before.
Yeah.
But like hopefully it'll be the start of something good, and more people, like more developers, will start putting it in. I'm not that fussed on Uncharted 4, to be honest.
I'll play it. I'll probably play it when it's super cheap and I get a
Yeah,
box set with all
Pretty
four of them in.
much. I'm not fussed on getting it on launch.
I've got it pre-ordered. Just I really like them.
Yeah, you love them, don't you? You've hammered them. There's nothing really like immediately like near around the corner. I mean, I do want No Man's Sky, but other than that, I'm like,
There's not much, is there, at the minute?
nah.
Just wait till E3. There's bound to be some.
When's E3?
June.
It's soon, isn't it?
One thing is, Rockstar's never announced a game at E3, have they? So why would they start with Red Dead Redemption 2 now?
Because it's a big deal to them.
Yeah.
Because it's the first one where they're treating it as a franchise in its own right.
Oh, apparently as well, the only other bit of news I've got, I can't remember the guy's name off the top of my head.
Phil Fish.
No,
Good guy, Phil
it's,
Spencer.
it's one of the lead,
Singers out of the one.
Wheelchair guy.
David Crane, you mean?
David Crane.
No, it's not David Crane.
One of the Spice Girls.
No,
Which one?
I'll give you a clue.
Posh Spice, the anorexic one.
No.
Fucks footballers.
Is it a footballer? I don't know anything about
David
football.
Looks like someone stretched some skin over
Saw
a
a film
quarter.
last night with Eric Cantona in.
Did you?
Yeah. Played a cowboy. Very quiet cowboy. Probably due to his overbearingly French accent.
Yeah.
He was a baddie. Well, he wasn't the main part. It was a good film.
Was it called Blueberry by any chance?
No.
No, but it's something you'll quite like. He's one of the lead designers for Blizzard, and he's left the company to join Obsidian.
Oh.
Yes, which means if he's going there for work, they've obviously got some project in the works.
But we know that. We know the next bit of Elder Scrolls is next.
Is that Obsidian, is it?
Oh no, Obsidian did
New Vegas?
New Vegas, didn't it?
Yeah. And that's the thing, since that they've been really quiet and there hasn't been much of anything said. I know they said recently they wouldn't mind doing like a New Vegas like kind of follow up for Fallout 4, but that's neither been confirmed nor denied, has
To be
it?
fair though, what everybody's said and what it will probably do better than Fallout 4 has done because well, even you guys say New Vegas was better than fucking.
But that's Obsidian though, isn't it? It's not.
Yeah. That's a 50-50 opinion. No, you'll get like with the Fallout fan base.
Well, everybody I know
You'll get as many
prefers
people
New
prefer
Vegas.
Fallout 3 as
Yeah.
you do prefer New Vegas.
But like, there's no denying they did a cracking job on New Vegas. So even if it's not anything Fallout related, they've obviously got something big in the works.
Which would be cool.
So it'll be something to keep an eye on.
Not man.
So did you play any more of the Battleborn beta?
No, I haven't. Have you?
No.
No.
I don't know.
I think pretty much what you said, like, stuck with us. I mean, I could have played the beta, obviously, because that wouldn't cost us out, but, like, while it's fun and I enjoyed it, I don't think it's, like, 45 quid's worth of game. Not when there's other things that kind of fulfill the same sort of role. Like, you know, that kind of, like, multiplayer battle arena type game out there that cost nothing. Like, look at Smite. That's nothing.
I still haven't played Smite.
And like, you must have been living under a rock if you've never heard of fucking League of Legends. Not that that's like exactly the same, but it's the same kind of concept.
Smite any good?
It's
Is it worth downloading?
yeah, it's pretty good. but it's the same thing. It's like what you've had with the Battleborn beta there, you'll have with that. It's like, it's good. It's nice for a couple hours, but it's just like, after a while, even though like every game's kind of different, because it's obviously all like on player skill and that, it's still just the same, really. Do you know what I mean?
No one. Anybody got anything else?
No, I might go down to the shop this afternoon and see if I can find something meaty to play.
I'm sure anybody who's actually listening to us is now riveted because of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what they tune in for.
I'll have something exciting to talk about next week.
To hear it
What
about
will
your
that be?
journey to the
Whatever
shop.
game I've played that isn't Division this week.
Right. Okay, awesome, can't wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, bye.
Awesome.